right, good morning once again. Commissioner Ace Coach 704, PEL, Primetime Elite League. This is PEL Storylines. We're taking a look inside the league, seeing what's going on, and I'm throwing my little commentary and 2 cents in there. Try to say a little something about everyone, but doesn't always happen. All right, AFC North, we got the Bengals at 5-1, Browns 3-1, Ravens 3-1, Steelers at 1-3, 3-team race in the division. Talked about the Bengals a little bit during Power Rankings. Love the way they're building their team. Browns got a lot of young talent. Point differential looking good, 1-2 in a row. Ravens, after a tough loss week 1 to the Bengals, have now won 3 in a row. Got to get the offense going a little bit, though. Only 78 points scored on the season, but they've only played 4 games. So you take a look at the average, that's a little under 20 points a game. I want that to be a little bit more, probably around 27, 28. Steelers 1-3. 1 game was a sim win. 3 losses. Got to get better on defense. Good race there in the AFC North. In the South, we got the Jags at 3-2. Texans 3-2, Colts 2-2, Titans on auto 0-5. I'm gonna check in with him this week and see what's going on with him. I know he told me it's gonna be a month. Getting close to that month, so I'll check in on him. 3-team race in the division this season, though. Like the Texans as the favorite. Colts, good point differential. Just got to make sure he's playing within the rules, but he's a good player. Jags 3-2, very good roster. Expect a little bit more on offense out of Jeff, but I'm sure those bombs will continue to fly down in sunny South Florida. All right. AFC East, we got the Patriots 3-2, the Bills 3-2, Dolphins 2-3, Jets 1-4. Don't think the Jets are out of it. First thing I want to see is I hope the Patriots will continue to play their games. When they play their games, they're a good player. And continue to schedule those games in a proper fashion. I want to see that happen, please. Because I like you, you're a Panthers fan. I don't usually kick Panthers fans out. The only Panther fan I've ever kicked out was Old School. And y'all know Old School drove me fucking crazy. But that's another story. Bills at 3-2, talked about a little bit on Power Rankings. They're going to be there all year. Dolphins will bounce back from that first start, 2-3. We're on auto for a little bit. And then the Jets, I think, are a better team, 1-4. They lost 3 in a row, but they had a tough schedule. They're going to get it right. They're going to get back in the race. In this division, AFC West, the Chiefs are 4-0. Raiders at 2-3. Second best team in the division right now. Broncos at 1-4, and then the Chargers are on auto at 0-5. I hope Deontay will be back soon. Hopefully. Tough situation, so being patient. But, we'll see if the Raiders can challenge the Chiefs here for the division. But right now, the Chiefs are on top, and at 4-0 and scoring a good bit of points there. In the AFC West. All right. In the NFC North, we got the Vikings at 3-3, the Bears 2-3, Lions 1-3, Packers 1-4. No one's out of it, given that the division leader's at 500. But you look at past history, you feel like the Vikings and Bears are going to fight it out all the way. And Lions could make some noise if they're able to play consistently. And then the Packers, a game can get hot. And then he gets cold. So I think everyone, in all honesty, with these patches, everyone kind of has to readjust again to how Madden wants us to play. And who knows what's going to happen after that. So I think that's why you see some parity here in this division especially. So once everybody kind of relearns the game and gets back settled, I think this one will go all the way to week 17. For sure. All right. In the South, I guess we're the best division in the league. In the PEL, I should say. The Falcons at 4-1, Saints at 4-1, Bucks 3-2, and the Panthers 3-2. The way things are going this year, anyone can win this division. Like I said, Madden just changed again, and that'll benefit some people and it'll hurt some people. So you kind of relearn the game, but I'm glad the Bucks are playing well. They've won 3 in a row. That's good to see. We'll just have to see how it goes, man. But I think this is the best division top to bottom right now in the league, and I'm glad to see that, man, because I'm tired of dominating the division, and it's nice to see that guys are, stepping up and putting a challenge to the throne here, and we'll see what happens down the stretch. NFC East, we got the Giants at 4-1, the Redskins 3-2, Cowboys 1-4, and the Eagles 0-6. Like I said in power rankings, I like what the Giants have done. Right now it's a two-team race with the Giants and the Redskins, but we've seen Lee get hot before. Last year, 10-6 team. I'm not counting them out just yet. You can easily bounce back from a 1-4 start, run off a few in a row, and then get right back into it. Eagles at 0-6, a little bit of rebuilding going on, but he's an Eagles fan. I know he's going to stick with it. Got some good young talent on that team. One off season, and he'll be right there in the thick of things, I'm sure, next year. NFC West, we got the Rams at 6-0, the Seahawks 4-1, Niners at 2-3, and the Cardinals 2-3. The way the Rams are really playing this year, especially on defense, it's going to be tough to get past them, but, the Seahawks have the talent to do so. The 49ers, 2-3, not bad. Just continuing to stick with it, and the Cardinals at 2-3 aren't bad either. I think both of these guys are better than they are last year. They can knock some people off and get into the wild card picture in the NFC. So if the playoffs were to start right now, a very, very early look at how things are right now. The Chiefs would be the 1 seed. The Bengals would be the 2 seed. 3 seed would be the Patriots. The 4th seed would be the Jaguars. And your wild card teams would be the Browns and the Ravens in the AFC, and a very, very early first look at the playoffs. So don't get excited. It's a long way to go, guys. In the NFC, the Rams would be the 1 seed. Giants would be the 2 seed. Falcons would be the 3. Vikings would be the 4. And then your wild card teams would be the Seahawks and the Saints. So that's how it would shape out in the NFC right now, and a very early hypothetical look at how the playoffs would possibly line up. All right, early stat leaders in the league so far this year. It's not going to be accurate. Not awards, I'm sorry. Not going to be accurate because we had a couple people play games already, but it'll give you a good idea. We only had 3 games played, so good time to look at this. Alright, and according by yardage, and we're going to take out the sim guy because that's a sim dude. Watson leading the league in passing. Jared Goff number 2. Drew, well, he had sim stats. Baker Mayfield number 3. Alex Smith 4. Josh Allen 5. Derek Carr 6. Stafford 7th. Case Keenum 8th. Stidham, the rookie, 9th, and then Sam Darnold, number 10 in passing so far in league play. Rushing by yardage, make sure we got it. Joe Mixon, that's why the Bengals are 5-1. Good job. Saquon Barkley, number 2. Senango Harris, hey, number 3. Rashad Penny, number 4, no surprise. And Jamal Williams, number 5, leading rushers in the PEL. Leading receivers. And we're going to do it let's do it by yardage. Alright, DJ Chark, number 1. Tony Flash, number 2. Doxson, number 3. Brandon Cooks, 4. Curtis Samuel, 5. Tyreek Hill, number 6. Alshon Jeffrey, number 7. Odell Beckham, number 8. DJ Moore, number 9, and Sammy Watkins rounding out the top 10 receivers in the PEL according to yardage so far. And then defensively, leading tacklers will be everyone that plays on a sim team. Oh, well, wait a minute, Whiny. There you go. That's not bad. Well, he's the number 1 real tackler. Then Chris Harris. Barrett, well, he has some sim games. Well, you get the picture. Let's look at sack leaders. All right, McKinley, no surprise, 10.5 sacks. clearly leading the league there because he's a cyborg monster. Daniel Ogba, number 2. Khalil Mack, number 3. Walker Burdine, number 4. Hurst, number 5. Davenport, Miller, Clowney, some names you recognize in there, of course. Danielle Henner. Interceptions, C.J. Mosley, always in there. M.J. Stewart. M.J. Stewart? Yeah, he's 86. Oh, that's nice. LaMarcus Joyner, Dante Action Jackson, Alec Ogletree, Landon Collins, Marcus Williams on down the line. All right. Good job with all those stats right there. And, okay. And the other thing I want to look at are always the team stats and then efficiency within those stats. So leading in total yards, let's see. Vikings, Skins, Bengals, Rams, Giants, Panthers, Packers. Leading offensive teams. Best passing teams, let's see. Vikings, Redskins, well, Chargers are sim. Browns, Dolphins got some sim games. Bills, so those are your best passing teams. Best running teams. Bengals, Giants, Colts, Seahawks, Rams, and we just saw some of those. Points per game. God, the Browns are averaging 36 points a game. Good Lord. Colts, Giants, Redskins, Panthers, Chiefs, Bills. All right. So those are your top offenses. Then defense, total yardage, Falcons, like I said, no surprise they're number 1. And then the Bears, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills, top 5 defenses. Passing, Falcons, Bears, Ravens, Bengals, Rams, top pass defenses. Top run defenses, Chiefs, Colts, Falcons, Browns, Bears. Those are the top 5. Leading in sacks, no surprise there at the Falcons, Raiders, Vikings, Browns, Panthers, top 5. Causing fumbles, you hit stick people. And I don't know how I'm on there because we don't hit stick nobody, but Giants, Chargers, Panthers, Steelers, Packers are tied for top 5. And then interceptions, the users, Giants, Rams, Bengals, Ravens, Patriots, top 5 interception leaders. Conversions, keeping drives alive, highest percentages in the league. Browns, Seahawks, Rams, Bills, Packers, Bengals. Most of those teams are pretty good teams. Red zone efficiency, scoring touchdowns when you get into the red zone. By percentage, Chiefs, Panthers, Colts, Giants, Patriots, Cardinals, Saints. Most of those are very good teams. Defensive percentage, stopping people when they get into the red zone. Low percentage is what you want. Browns, Ravens, 40% is excellent. Ravens, Giants, Jags, Bears, Cowboys. And you remember, most of those guys were on the same defensive list when we talked about the top 5 defenses. Most penalties will probably be 7 teams. Oh, yeah, there you go. Those guys get the most penalties. Let's see who has the least penalties. Chiefs, Redskins, Rams, Panthers, Bears. This is what happens when you sacrifice to the Madden gods. You don't get that many penalties. And I've been doing a lot of sacrificing lately. Turnover differential. Good teams have good turnover differential. Giants plus 12. Rams plus 9. Colts plus 9. Seahawks plus 6. Bengals plus 6. Texans plus 5. Panthers plus 5. Browns plus 4. Pats plus 4. All those teams are pretty good teams, and they have good turnover differential. Keys to victory. Always remember that. Turnover differential. See how many trades Jeff has made, then we'll shut this down. Oh, Lord. Y'all think I was kidding. Look at this. We'll start with week 5. I think we did week 4. All right, Bucks trade Kendall Beckwith to the Jags. Jags trade 4th round pick to the Bucks. Eagles trade Dez Bryant to the Jags. Jags trade Curse to the Eagles. Why would you do that deal? It makes no sense to me. Dez Bryant still has very good jumping ability, and he's a decent route runner. And I think his speed is still 90 or 91. Curse is a slot guy. I think you can find a slot guy about anywhere. As far as Jags Bucks, I think that's a fine trade. Middle linebacker for a fourth rounder, that's fine. Fowler to the Patriots. Patriots trade a second rounder, 2 second rounders of 2021, 2022. Fowler's very good pass rush D end, and he's still pretty young, so I look at a 2022 second like a 2021 third. I take it down a round. So as long as he's signed to a decent deal, I'm fine with that. Niners trade Evan Mason to the Vikings. Vikings trade a third round pick to the 49ers. For a young quarterback, good value for the 49ers and giving them up. And then that kid played against me tonight, and he's a decent player. So you gotta get a good backup quarterback. And if I knew he needed one, I would have traded him Blake Bortles, because I got him there as my backup, and I got a young kid behind him who's decent. So I could have traded him, but I guess I should have posted it. Jags trade Joe Hayden to the Eagles. Eagles trade a 6th round pick to the Jaguars for Joe Hayden, because he's about done. If you want someone to just kind of fill in as a decent corner if someone's hurt, Joe Hayden can do that for a little while. He should be playing safety, in my opinion, but hey, if you're in a pinch, you're in a pinch. Niners trade Nicholas Morrow to the Jags and Malcolm Mitchell to the Jags. Jags trade Dante Hightower to the 49ers. And the Niners trade a 2022 third to the Jags for just like a 4th rounder to me. So, not knowing the intimate details on those players besides Hightower, I think it's cool. Kind of like, what does Madden say? Like shuffling chairs on the Titanic. Although Hightower, I think, can help you. I don't think those guys are going to play much for Jeff over in Jacksonville. But we'll see. Jags trade Darren Lee to the Giants, and Giants trade a 2nd in 2022 and a 2021 third. So that's like 2 thirds in each draft. Darren Lee is a very good physical talent linebacker. Giants is a good user, so I can see that. That's not a terrible deal right there. So yeah, that's pretty much storylines right there, guys. Only 3 games played this week. I will show you the score since I hadn't ran the app yet. Well, by the time you see this, you've probably seen the scores. Rams continue it 16-0 over the 49ers. Bengals continue to play well, 28-3 over the Eagles to go to 5-1. And in the best game so far this week, at least to watch, not to play, the Panthers defeated the Vikings on the road 31-24, and it is streamed on my Twitch at AceCoach704. So if you want to see it, feel free to check it out. He's entertaining to watch, but not to play. Just a general little rant here on a couple things. I'm going to pull up the news so you can look at that while I'm ranting. We got to make sure that we're playing with respect, guys. I've had a couple incidents this year where people are not, kneeling when they can, and they're still trying to get stats. And, I had a problem with that last year when it happened to me in the playoffs. This is a league of respect. Please make sure that you try to exude that at all times. If the game is over, take a knee. If they call a timeout, you know what I say. If you call timeout, that means you still want to play. Then all bets are off. But if you take a knee and the game's clearly over and it's in the rules, you know what you do. If you can take a knee, take a knee. Don't need to just run the ball and try to get more stats. This is not what this league is about. This never has been and never will be. Okay? You got to remember you mix up your plays. I'm getting complaints about guys running the same stuff over and over. technically in the rules you can run a play 5 times, but I'm going to amend that. It's going to go down to 3 because there's too many plays in here, and most of y'all are using custom playbooks anyway. That's why they're allowed. You can mix your plays up. That's why I do that. I could get it. I can see if I make you use team standard playbooks. There's not everything that you want in there, but we got customs. Use your plays. You get 300 of them. It's no excuse to be running the same stuff all game, man, on offense and defense. Mix your stuff up. I'm starting to watch more streams, and I don't really announce when I watch them, but I will comment if I see something wrong. And like I said, I encourage the commissions to speak up and do the same thing. We're going to be a sim gameplay league. I'm a little lenient on the other stuff because I give the rewards out if you do your articles and if you're active and all that. But we got to make sure we're on top of that stuff, man. But hey, great job with the articles. I will say the promotion that I was doing before, those guys that run that site, they told me that no one's really looking at it, so that's kind of why I haven't really promoted the stuff. If you do follow the Twitter, I don't know if you do or not. I hadn't really been putting stuff out there because it hadn't really been getting seen by anybody, so we're going to have to find another way to promote the league. We are on League Quarreler, so maybe I'll reach out. I mean, he seems to be very, anxious to help, so maybe we can promote some stuff through them, and we'll still look at options, but the main thing is as long as you guys are having a good time, then I'm happy, and then hopefully everyone's happy. If you're not, you can always reach out to me and I'll talk to you when I have time. I've been trying to take a little step back from being around as much because I do have a lot going on, and Jeff has stepped up and tried to do some more things as well as the other guys. So, if you have an issue and I don't reach out to you immediately, if you send me a message, please feel free to send one of the commissions a message. And if you don't know, I'll tell you, Jeff is the Jags, Cody's the Cardinals, Kyle's the Giants, Ramon is the Rams, and Ben is the Falcons. So those are the commissions. If you have an issue and I'm not getting back to you immediately, please reach out to those guys and they'll get, your issue taken care of. And the last thing, I'm not doing storyline players this year, with the draft, mainly because the last draft was so strong with so many quick development guys, which I didn't know. I didn't look at those guys. But the guy that made it was, basing it on the scale of what Madden used to be. And quick is the new, normal, basically. And then normal is slow. So that's why he did it that way. But because of that, I didn't want to create, too many strong classes in a row. And I don't know how good this class is. I mean, this is a Madden class. I didn't do anything to it. I haven't looked at it or anything. So this is a normal draft class this year. So I don't know if there are any draft stories. Oh, there are. Okay. So just use the draft stories that are there in the game and, do your scouting, and it's going to be like old school, man. And then we'll see how it goes. And if it's a weak class, then maybe we'll throw some storyline guys back in season 4. But anyways, that is PEL Storylines, guys. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate your support of PEL Primetime Elite League. And get those games scheduled, and make sure you post when you're going to play. Thanks a lot.